E-Day in 1945, and more recently when she celebrated her 100th and 101st birthdays with her daughter the Queen at her side. Now the Queen will be the last member of the royal family to arrive here this morning. She leaves Windsor about 9:45 and she arrives here around 45 minutes later. When the royal family in fact depart for Westminster Abbey, the Queen's Guard will mount a royal salute in the forecourt of the palace, and the crowds that have lined up here will see them heading for the Abbey and see them return. That will be at about 1:45 when the Queen and Prince Philip come back here, and there will be a memorial flyover by the Royal Air Force. Prince Charles is the only member of the royal family who won't be coming back here to Buckingham Palace. He'll be making the journey to Windsor Castle with the Queen Mother's coffin. There'll be a lunch here this afternoon with various dignitaries, and afterwards is when the royal family will return to Windsor Castle, just the Queen and the very close members of the family, because they're going there for a private final farewell to the Queen Mother. And of course the Queen Mother's coffin on its journey to Windsor will come down the Mall here and past Buckingham Palace, so people gathering here to make sure that they have front row seats for that and a good clear view.
Lara, thank you very much indeed. And the Queen due to arrive at the Abbey from Buckingham Palace at around 11:15 this morning.
And they're saying there that you were seeing people arrive there, men in uniform, whatever, and you may well see pipers, because apparently there are going to be 200 pipers.
Yeah, and I think one of them has especially been brought out of retirement. I think the Queen Mum's favourite piper, I've forgotten his name actually.
That'll be the Scottish connection by and large. That'll be quite awesome, won't it?
Yeah,
think
amazing.
Of the tunes that will be played there. Now, the final resting place, of course, for the Queen Mum will be Windsor Castle. We're going to go there. Alan Fisher is our man outside there. Alan?
Morning, Eamon. As you say, the body will arrive here later this afternoon. There'll be a private service around 6 o'clock for the members of the royal family, and the Queen Mother will be interred beside her husband George VI and also 10 other monarchs, including Henry VIII and George V and Queen Mary. There have been crowds here through the night. 1 or 2 people braved the cold temperatures overnight, but the crowds have been building steadily since about 6 o'clock this morning, and a few people are here with us live this morning with Patricia and William and Francesca. And Francesca, you've come all the way from Leeds this morning.
Travelled down last night.
So why decide Windsor rather than the cathedral?
Because we've got smaller children with us, and basically so we can see what's going on more, and we're right at the end here, so we'll see her going in.
So a long journey for you?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's worth it.
William, you're going to be out here for several hours. How are you going to stay warm? Because it is pretty cold this morning.
Well, we've got our gloves on and we've got our warm coat. And, you know, that's it, hot chocolate. We came down Sunday evening, so we've been here since. It's just nice to be here, you know, to be a part of it.
And Patricia, you obviously felt that you had to come here to Windsor to say your goodbyes.
Yes, I think this is basically her home in a sort of way, and I think it is the final resting place. And Windsor is particularly special to us because we have a member of the family who actually works at the castle. And so we feel it's absolutely right to be here.
Well, thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you stay warm. Very better. Thank you very much indeed. So the cortege will arrive here after the funeral service. There'll be a 5-car cortege. It's going to travel through London. There'll be many points there where people can see the cortege as it makes its way slowly back to Windsor. It'll travel through central London, past Buckingham Palace, in through Hyde Park to the Queen Mother Gates. Prince Charles will accompany the cortege on the journey. It will then join the Old A4, go through places like Isleworth and Austerley before coming through the village of Datchet, through Old Windsor, and then along the river to here at Windsor, where the body will finally be interred at 6 o'clock tonight. And when the service is taking place, the ashes of Princess Margaret, who was cremated a few weeks ago, will also be placed inside the vault at that time as well.
Oh, interesting, Alan. Thank you very much indeed.
Windsor's such a pretty place, isn't it? Such a beautiful place.
Such a massive castle.
Yeah, gorgeous. Well, Alan talked about the Queen Mum's journey back to Windsor following the funeral this morning. Part of that procession will go past Horse Guards Parade. So on her journey back to Windsor, she'll pass through Horse Guards Parade. And people are already queuing there this morning as well for the Queen Mum's return to her home in Windsor. Lucy Vandenbroel is there for us this morning. Morning, Lucy.
Fiona, good morning to you. It's getting busier here A lot of police, many of the 2,200 police on standby this morning. Also, we have around 250 members of the British Red Cross and also St John's Ambulance. They have already been very busy this morning. We expect a number of members of public to be here during the service, those people who are unable to get to Whitehall or to Westminster. And the service itself will actually be relayed by loudspeaker to this area, so people will be able to take part. It's also a prime spot, of course, to see the hearse returning to Buckingham Palace. It'll come through Horse Guards here and then go up, of course, the Mall up to Buckingham Palace and then west towards Windsor. And you can see the TV cameras already setting up behind me. And then again, a prime spot for the fly past at around 12:45. We'll have that Battle of Britain Memorial fly past with the Hurricanes, the Lancasters and the Spitfires overhead, which will evoke, of course, the Queen Mother's involvement in the Second World War. But a busy time, as I say, overnight for the British Red Cross and St John's Ambulance. We have Marcus Stefan, who's coordinating the whole operation for the British Red Cross. You've been here since Friday, haven't you?
That's right. We've been here since Friday, providing a 24-hour cover around the clock, and we've been looking after people who've been queuing for the lying in state, and we're here today in case anyone takes a turn for the worse.
And I know that you've been especially busy overnight tonight because it's been so cold.
Last night, that's true, yes. In fact, we've dealt with a number of people with hypothermia, and what I would say to people coming out today is it is going to be a historic day, but do remember to bring with you plenty of warm clothing, because although the sun looks like it's coming up, it's very cold. Warm clothing, a woolly hat, something to eat and drink, and be prepared for a long stay. And don't forget that when the ceremony is over, it could take between 2 and 3 hours to get out of central London.
Yeah, so wrap up well. And
right.
Just to remind you, of course, that the Queen Mother was the president of the British Red Cross, so very important day for you, I know. So wrap up warm if you're coming down. Back to you now, Fiona.
Lucy, thanks very much indeed. We're just down the road from where Lucy is, Westminster Abbey, where, of course, the funeral takes place later today. So many people there already this morning. That's just
very distinctive car, whoever that is.
Yeah, isn't that gorgeous, actually?
Yes. There's a royal fleet of cars. I've been in the royal garages before to see see what they've got there, impeccably kept. That, though, is not one of them. Maybe John can shed some light on that arrival?
Not one of my cars, Eamon, I can assure you that, mate. More likely the one behind would be mine. No, the only cars with a special sticker are allowed into this area right now. And as you can see, they've already brought quite a number of guests assembled outside the gates of Westminster Abbey. Officially, the doors don't open for another half an hour or so, so I guess most of those people will just have to bear the cold, as we have been doing. And indeed, the crowds below me have been doing, many of them here from yesterday, gathering now ever closer to the railings and ever tighter, because there's, by my estimation, I would say 7,000 people around the Abbey, around Parliament Square, gathered here for what is going to be truly a historic day. And the funeral cortege will be coming past them in almost precisely 2 hours' time. At about the same time, you'll probably see the Queen arrive by car in Buckingham Palace. The Duke of Edinburgh, of course, will be taking part in the procession with the Royal Princess, and as far as we know, the Princess Royal as well, before they go into the service, into the Abbey for the service to be conducted by the Dean of Westminster. The weather is not brilliant, but no one down there seems to mind, as the representative of the St John's Ambulance Association was saying a while ago. It's as well to bring something warm with you if you are coming, something warm to drink, because it's been pretty nippy. But I don't think any of these people here mind one single bit. Evidence, as we've said earlier in the programme, that although there are maybe those in our community who are not that fond of the royal family, there is little doubt that huge tracts of our community still have a great affection, particularly for this lady.
Yeah, as you say, about 6,000 to 7,000 people queuing up there just to pay their respects, John. Kate Garraway is amongst them. She's down amongst the crowds. Let's see if we can find her amongst those 6,000 to 7,000 people. Are you there, Kate? Yes, she is.
Certainly am. Good morning to you, Fiona. As we've been saying, haven't we, all morning, all walks of life across the globe and all ages. And it really and truly is, isn't it? Faces from everywhere. Good morning to you. I know you came quite well prepared for this morning, sleeping bags and silver foil, just to last you through the night. Why does the Queen Mother particularly attract you to come here and stand as you are?
She's a very gentle, gracious lady, and I just feel the tradition that she carried on, and I'd like the royal family to carry that on through the standards that she held and the sense fund just marvellous.
So I think that's the thing, really. A lot of people say that the Queen Mother's death, sad though it is, has really reignited people's interest in the royal family and reconfirmed just how much British people love the royal family. And people have come from all over the world here, and some of them have met the Queen Mother personally. This gentleman here, you know, you met the Queen Mother when you were 4, didn't you? You don't look old enough, sir, if I tell you, but how come you met her?
Well, it's during the Blitz, during the war. I was only 4 years old, but my parents always told me they were special. What made them special was they came round to reassure people.
And you're here, and you've not just come here this morning, but I saw you at Windsor morning on the day after the Queen Mother's death. And have you been following the ceremony?
Well, the reason to go to Windsor was to be close.
Yeah.
She's like family to me.
And you've been to St James's Palace and to be here now?
I've been to every event that's taken place. It shows respect, and I really did like her.
Yes, well that's it. I think you've summed it up there. That's what people are saying this morning, Ken, that they really did like her. She was a member of the royal family. She was somebody that commanded enormous respect, but just so much love.
About Kate, the celebration of the life of the Queen Mother, live from Westminster Abbey. Kate, thank you very much indeed.
And just the words from the order of service, the first 2 lines on the poem that will start today. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she has lived. The choice is yours.
Yeah, well, we're leaving you now with those thoughts. Whatever you're doing today, whether you're watching the funeral, whatever you're doing, do enjoy the day.
Bye-bye.
This is Carlton Television. Good morning. It's Tuesday, the 9th of April.